Hi guys, this is Tor from TC, and we're here at Anaheim NAMM for the 2013 NAMM show with Jason Hook. Thanks for being here.
My pleasure.
So we just did a tone print for the flashback delay, and you know, this being a gear interview and all, are you big into effects, or do you tend to use like mostly, you know, subtle stuff or
subtle effects?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't load up. I'm kind of like usually like one effect at a time instead of having, you know, like a stack of different things happening. Like let's say you're playing a solo, I wouldn't have a chorus, delay, reverb, swimming in this mucky muck. You know, I would have I kind of use the effects as a one-shot special effect.
Yeah.
They're either very subtle or extreme.
Yeah.
So you step on it and you go, whoa, what is that? You know. Almost always when I'm playing solos, I'm stepping on a dynamic delay.
Yeah.
And it's not the kind of thing that you really hear until I slow down and play a melodic section. And that's important to me because I want that enhancement when I'm playing slow, milky kind of passages. But I don't want it swimming around when I'm trying to fly. I want that to be articulate.
Yeah.
You know?
One of the things I noticed, you know, you playing now and also with Five Finger Death Punch is you have a lot of, you know, snake oil in your playing, so you know, which I really like. And it's a little uncommon for, you know, for metal stuff. Some of the other guys tend to be a little more
straightforward, rudiments, you know.
Yeah. Did you always play like that, or is it something that you changed over the time? Or?
No, I started playing when I was very young, and my favorite guitar player of all time, well, the first person that I started, you know, listening to was Ritchie Blackmore, right?
Good choice.
So yeah, I mean, just awesome, and he would do all that stuff with like all that dynamic plucking, and then he would fire off into like crazy blues licks, but he would always come down and like really like the band would come down, you know what I mean? So, I mean, I really ate that up when I was young, and so that kind of gave me that bluesy, kind of slinky, kind of pluckety thing. Yeah. It's not very heavy metal, but maybe that's the kind of thing where my flavor or my style added to the band that I'm in.
Yeah, it stands out, I think.
Makes it stand out. I mean, a lot of young players aren't exposed to guys like Ritchie Blackmore.
No.
They're learning from guys that are straightforward sweeps and shred and all that. Yeah. But I think that, you know, it really comes down to sort of generating a feeling or an emotion from your fingers, and that doesn't always have to be, it's not always impressive to be speed. It can be what you're saying, not how fast you're saying it, you know?
Yeah.
And a lot of people think, oh, the faster I am, the more people will pay attention. You know, and that does have some truth, but speed, you know, you need a little dark to appreciate light, you know? Exactly, so you gotta be able to, you have to be able to speak, and then you can throw in a little bit, you know?
Yeah. How did you get into the metal stuff? I mean, coming from you know, Deep Purple and that kind of, you know, more classic rock background.
Well, I mean, Deep Purple was such a great band. Not just Ritchie, but I mean, we got John Lord and Ian Pace. I mean, we're talking about some amazing players on the deck. You know, that was kind of my first diet of hard music, and then from there, I'll admit it, I'm an Ace Frehley fan. I love Kiss. Even though he's maybe not as flashy as some of the better known players of the genre, I think he still had an element of melody and construction. You know, he would construct solos.
Yeah, you can sing any of his solos.
Exactly, and it's just it's all sort of planned out, and it's melodic, and he had a thing, and you know, Gibson Les Paul, Marshall, and that squeak, that tick-ant, you know. I mean, I loved it. So it was Kiss, and then when the 80s came along, it was Eddie Van Halen. I was just like, Eddie Van Halen to me was kind of like Ritchie Blackmore on steroids, you know? Still slinky, still rhythmical, still good tone, hit songs, right? Really cool songs.
So, and the metal stuff came further down the road, or?
Well, to me, you know, heavy metal is, it just, to me, it's an exciting genre, just because everything is kind of up-tempo and you know, there's a lot of syncopated performances, like you know, it's very exciting. Yeah. And so, you know, I'm not so much angry, like I'm not fucking want to kill everyone, but I like the excitement of metal, and certainly it's important when you get on like a concert tour. The more that you're music, the more exciting your music is, the more successful the tour is.
Yeah.
It's like we have so much material that's like that, like heavy, high energy type of excitement, that when we play something that's even at like 3/4 that amount of excitement, we feel it right away.
Yeah.
You're like, we should lose that song, even though it's still at like 160 beats per minute. It's not as cool as the one that's 190.
Yeah, you can see it on the audience whether they're really.
Yeah, so, you know, I mean, I think metal, that's why metal does so well, is it delivers a feeling, you know, that you can't really get from other genres.
No, yeah. I definitely agree. Thanks so much, and best of luck with everything.
Thank you, and I do love TC Electronics, and that's why I'm here supporting. And thanks for all the great support that you've given me and Five Finger Death Punch.